actually have to do much at all for France national. CABO VERDE have made it through the opening quarter of the match.
That's Fernandez now in possession for Argentina as they look to make the breakthrough here. Remember, they've won all of their games at this World Cup so far. Rodrigo de Paul. Tine getting his head on.
There's going to be moments in the game where CABO VERDE are going to have to absorb pressure.
There's Gabriel Batistuta in the middle of the picture there, Arsene Wenger as well. It's a bit like a who's who of, among others, former World Cup winners with Argentina in the VIP seats tonight. As we have the hydration break here in the first half.
You know, and I was what really expecting them to do. You know, they're going to have a bit of time.
It's hosting a knockout match at the World Cup here as well, and the bronze medal match the day before the final itself. So plenty to look forward to in this, including tonight. This is Nahuel Molina. A little bit of space created by Lautaro Martinez. Done. Lisandro Martinez with more than enough time in possession, as CABO VERDE just get into position and dig in. Nahuel Molina, who's seeming to have the right back spot as the first choice here at this World Cup, one of a number of players from Atletico Madrid. In it comes to Lionel Messi. His control is brilliant. His finish is even better. It's sensational from Lionel Messi, and we would expect absolutely nothing less. Goal number 20 for the all-time leading scorer in the history of the World Cup. It's his 7th and 2006 finals. Argentina 1, Cabo Verde 0.
Oh, what a goal, what a play from Argentina. That moment of turning up the pace, the directness of the ball, superb ball. Ball from the back, absolutely perfect. And Messi's touch and finish, sublime. Starts at the back, you see Lisandro Martinez, what a ball this is, what vision. Messi's on his way really quickly, his touch and finish is brilliant. What a touch, the outside of his left foot, and he just stabs at it. Gives the goalkeeper no chance. What a goal that is. Messi prime.
We know it, we've seen it so many times before, but every time it is deeply impressive. He is absolutely lethal. Pinpoint brilliance from Argentina's number 10 yet again.
Lisandro Martinez's ball is unbelievable. It really is. I mean, the weight on it, the direction, the weight was world class. And of course, the finish, the touch and the finish was unbelievable.
Goodness me, this stadium's come alive with that goal. It must feel like they're playing in Buenos Aires. Everybody here, it seems, a couple of small pockets of Cabo Verdean fans, but the whole stadium, a sea of Argentina shirts.
It's pretty much just little white stripes, isn't it? And we'll see the little pockets of the dark blue of Cabo Verde, but otherwise it is Argentina in Miami.
And most of them in the crowd are jumping up and down at the moment, and I kid you not, our commentary position is just moving a little bit, just rocking a little. Nico Lopez forward for Cabo Verde, real test for them now. Was that the breaking of the defensive dam?
I mean, from Cabo Verde's perspective, just got to regroup. That was an unbelievable pass, a world-class pass. The touch and the finish was up there with the very, very best. So you've got it in perspective. Now you're going to regroup, pull yourselves together, refocus, and go again. Because up until that point, they've been good, they've been solid.
And they limited the potential goal-scoring opportunities for Argentina.
Just goes to show you what
one, didn't he?
Well, it just goes to show you what level you can compete against a team like Argentina. And of course, that type of ball and a player like Lionel Messi.
Yeah, games like this, I imagine, Mark, it's not just a physical intensity of the games, but mentally draining as well. The concentration has to be 100% every second of the game. Giovanni Cabral, free kick, Cabo Verde.
It's just the unpredictability, because there's a number of players in this Argentina side can play that kind of ball. On this occasion, he's your centre half, Lisandro Martinez, who kicks out a wonder pass for one of the best players on the planet ever.
Argentina with 3 attempts on goal so far, with a little over half an hour played, and Lionel Messi's had all 3 of them. Centre of attention yet again.
Well, it's fascinating to watch him. It's not like he's that one focal point. It's the movement off the ball. It's flying into those little gaps. It's layoffs, one-touch football. Then when he needs to, takes an extra touch, and we see a finish like that.
Well, his spatial awareness is extraordinary, actually. He looks as if he's not doing anything half the time, but he just knows where to stand, and then before you know it, there, he's just dropped into space, he collects possession.
Well, they know that every time they get the ball, they just have to look up, and Messi will be making himself available, just like you said. He just walks for large parts of it. But he doesn't do anything else, because he's so good on the ball. His array of passing, at times, is very simple. He can pick out a one pass himself, or create an unbelievable opportunity like that.
There's McAllister, a half-century of caps now for him with this appearance tonight. Messi feeding it wide, Naval Molina. Thiago Almada. Cabral away from De Paul. It's nicely done by Cabo Verde. Good turn by Cabral. They're just not being given an inch out there in midfield.
Yeah, it's that swarming effect, isn't it, from Argentina? The minute they lose possession, try and regain it as quickly as possible, and they just swarm it. And if they don't get the ball, it's a light foul. It's a breakdown of play, regroup, start again. They're very, very good at it.
Sandro Martinez, who provided the pass for the goal. Medina waiting patiently on the far touchline as his teammates tend to look elsewhere, but it goes towards Thiago Almada. Top scorer in the World Cup finals, the Golden Boot race being led by that man there. One ahead of Kylian Mbappe.
Ball again, it just gets better and better every time you watch it. His touch is just so Messi-esque, and finish just cool and calm and absolutely precise under enormous pressure.
Messi has now scored in his last 8 appearances at the World Cup finals. That's a record as well, of course, and he scored 12 goals in his last 8 games.
How old is he? 28? I mean, that's the way he's playing. I mean, he just looks phenomenal. He looks in phenomenal shape. He's moving off the ball. He's moving with the ball. His interaction with his team equally is exceptional.
In case you're wondering, at home he is actually 39, turned 39 during this World Cup. Romero, pinpoint accuracy with that pass. Argentina settling into a... doing their best to keep them at arm's length. It's easier said than done. Romero. And McAllister was looking for the forward-moving figure of Molina, who I think was more than aware that he was in an offside position.
Yeah, went early, didn't he? Went early. He was expecting the pass to be played maybe a couple of touches before, and then he was obviously out of position there. When Romero's in position, he's waiting for that ball over, and by the time he gets to McAllister, he's in a long way in an offside position. Yeah, they can get their understanding wrong sometimes, this side.
Morera into Laros Duarte. Pina. Lopez has had a few European adventures with the Shamrock Rovers, played a few big teams as well, matches against Milan and Chelsea along the way. I'm sure nothing quite like this atmosphere though. Forward it goes from Giroud Duarte. Special night for the Duarte brothers in the heart of midfield for CABO VERDE. Replaced the other in one of the group games, but both on the field at the start for this one.
I think it's an amazing journey for this whole team, the whole nation. You know, every one of them will be pinching themselves at what an incredible journey they've had so far. You know what? They're not out of it just yet.
Giroud Duarte, one of the Dutch contingent, on a couple of under-21 caps for the Netherlands before nailing his colours to the Cabo Verdean mast.
Just a little disappointing on occasion. Get yourself in a good position.
Well, there's Shakira taking in the match with her son tonight. Just got out of play there off the boot. Molina. Well, only here this World Cup. Tonight's winners will head to Atlanta for the round of 16. Tuesday, lunchtime American time. In the magnificent Atlanta Stadium. The roof will be, I'm sure, closed at midday. It's particularly hot there at the moment. Here's Duarte. Lopez Cabral wants it on the near side, but it's collected by Giovanni Cabral. What a lovely pass that is! Nobody in the middle. Lopez Cabral. What a flurry of attacking play here from CABO VERDE, but the ball in from Mendes, easily cleared. Pico Lopez chases, fully committed.
There's a good opportunity there for CABO VERDE to get a decent cross in the box. Unfortunately, Duarte just overhits it.
Well, so far, those fans from Argentina have got what they came to see.
Yeah, there's an enormous amount of expectation on this Argentinian side. It goes without saying. They're one of the greats of World Cup of football. So there is an enormous expectation, not only in this stadium, but I'm sure all over the world and also back in Argentina. And so far, they're delivering. Probably their fans would like it a little bit more comfortable, and certainly with the players. But at the moment, they are well in control of this game.
McAllister into De Paul. 90th cap for Rodrigo De Paul tonight. Started every match 4 years ago in Qatar when they won the World Cup. Here he goes. Challenge. Not a foul one by Laros Duarte. One back by Messi. Whipping that one off the toes of Lopez Cabral. McAllister. Molina. Everyone back behind the ball for CABO VERDE here. We're inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. Rodrigo De Paul. Bounces off the boot of Enzo Fernandez. Here's Messi, and the flag is up on the near side for offside.
There you can see the ball there. He's showing that he wanted the ball to go further out. Ball wasn't for Enzo Fernandez. He wasn't to know, but unfortunately for Argentina, it's not great standing. He's in an offside position anyway.
A great opportunity at this World Cup for the left back for Argentina as well, Facundo Medina of Marseille, who's only played sporadically since he made his debut 6 years ago. He really hasn't featured too much, but started the first 2 games here and now back in for this one. Remember, most of the players were rested for the last group game. Cabral. Again, it breaks down for CABO VERDE there. They're struggling to get anywhere near Remy Martinez, the Argentina goalkeeper.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you see Argentina, once again, minute in this possession, they just drop back in the shape. Fernandez, on that occasion there, just looked like he wanted to occupy space. And as Argentina are looking to come out, Romero to come down and close down the run of Giovanni Cabral. Fernandez is just in an area where he feels like, well, I'm going to prevent him from laying that ball off right. No space for him to find anyone. He just reads the situation really well. And they've done it on a number of occasions in this first 45.
As a goalkeeper, when the ball is not near you at all, is it easy to just lose your concentration? Potentially?
Well, I don't think so for a player like Emi Martinez, because he's playing for Argentina. They are like this all the time. They, most of the time, have a lot of possession. They dictate the pace of play, and he's used to coming in and out of games.
Messi sending it forward, looking for Lautaro Martinez, and Osinio stable to grab the ball inside his penalty area.
Yeah, he just knows key moments as goalkeeper in these sort of games where your team mostly in possession. You know that there's going to be maybe only one moment in a game where you have to do something. And you see there, Lautaro Martinez just treads on his foot, and Messi, he watched this all night, touch with his outside his left, and just the calmness and the execution of the finish is absolutely brilliant.
And it's the moment of the game so far.
Yeah, that whole movement, isn't it? That whole ball from Lisandro Martinez, and then Messi's touch and finish. That is the moment so far. It was brilliant to watch.
It's another record, the 8th successive World Cup match that he scored in. By the way, Argentina have lost only one of the last 50 matches they've played for the World Cup, and it's when they've scored first. It was the game 4 years ago against Saudi Arabia. It's something that doesn't happen terribly often, clearly.
Who would guess? I would need Saudi Arabia to have broken that record. I mean, crazy, isn't it, on that run?
Set wide off the boot of Enzo Fernandez. Getting into the last minute of the opening 45. Alexis McAllister looking for Lautaro Martinez. The shot's a quick one, and it was sharply saved down to his left by Vozinha to deny Enzo Fernandez. Messi. Romero. Sandro Martinez afforded so much possession here.
Yeah, they did that really well, didn't they? Just controlling the pace of the game. They like to slow it down, moving around, let the ball move, kind of drag players out of position, slightly out of position. You see Messi, you see Fernandez, Martinez up front, just looking for these little pockets, key moments.
We're just going into a minimum of 4 additional minutes here at the end of the first half. As it's in towards Messi, just a little beyond him. I should think CABO VERDE will be quite happy to go in at 1-0 if they can manage that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a chance of it. Martinez, the time Martinez doesn't get there, but because the first player to react is Enzo Fernandez, just doesn't quite get the strike away to say that I'd expect Vozinha to make.
Experienced goalkeeper Vozinha, the 40-year-old of Chavez in Portugal, quite well travelled as well. He's played in Slovakia, in Cyprus and Moldova. He's been the man in goal for a long, long time for this team. Played in all 4 of their appearances, their tournament appearances at the Africa Cup of Nations, and twice they've got to the quarter-finals in that round. Rodrigo de Paul, Molina, Argentina still hoping that they can finish the first half in style and give themselves a little bit of extra elbow room here. Argentine voices echoing around the Miami Stadium. Lovely little flick there. Messi trying to find a way through. Leaning forward, no joy for Cabral. Romero made sure of that. Lautaro Martinez. Messi stretching, and concedes the free kick.
Yeah, once again, great example of Argentina. Messi loses the ball, and you see everyone. Lautaro Martinez sprinting back, everybody trying to win the ball back as quickly as possible. Messi, in this occasion, gives the free kick away. Enzo Fernandez, you see there, just slightly underneath. He doesn't quite get that angle right, and so the power on the ball.
This is Pico Lopez. CABO VERDE with an extraordinary run recently. They've only lost one of the last 18 matches they've played. They've drawn quite a few of them, 8 wins in that time. That's since November of 2024. They lost in March when they played Chile. In New Zealand, actually, they were beaten by 4-2. The only defeat they've had since late 2024. Tidied up on Argentina's back line on Lisandro Martinez. This is McAllister. De Paul. Fernandez. We're in the last minute or so of additional time before the break. Medina. Lautaro Martinez dropping a little bit deeper. Alexis McAllister. Ball just checking back. And with Romero, they're just playing out the final moments of this first half. That'll do it. There's the half-time whistle and the moment of Miami homecoming. Messi brilliance is the difference between the two teams here in this first half. It was a goal of Rodrigo de Paul. Argentina certainly will feel there's plenty of time left here. Over 20 minutes of the 90 remaining. CABO VERDE with something to try and hang on to now. Morera with the header away. And Mendes losing out. Gonzalez, who's looking busy, swept clear by Diné.
Just going to see more of the same, aren't we? We're going to see Argentina trying to dictate pace. They've certainly lifted the tempo. They're looking to try and get in behind, trying to cause some problems. And it's got a very fresh legs up front.
And here they come with Enzo Fernandez. Leader 1-2 with Nico Gonzalez. Alvarez. You can see the intensity of CABO VERDE's players gone up a notch or two following that equalising goal as well. Rodrigo de Paul. Mendes. Surrounded, outnumbered. Gonzalez. Fernandez. Medina bursting into the penalty area as well. Messi loitering some distance from the box at the moment, trying to look as unthreatening as possible. Bit of space now for Gonzalez. Medina, Alvarez, here's Messi coming to life. Shot to the floor, just outside the penalty area. Free kick conceded by the goal scorer from CABO VERDE, Diro Duarte.
Yeah, you can just see the way Argentina have set this up. They've started on the left-hand side, recycled the ball, moved it back across, then quickly back in to the same area, a bit of space on the ball. That's what it just opens up, and movement off the ball is excellent.
Brilliant position again from the referee there, right on the spot. We've just seen the view from the referee's camera. Manu Ginobili in the crowd today, watching on, a four-time NBA champion. Getting the crowd going in the last minute or two as well, and his picture came up on the big screen in the stadium. Well, this must look quite inviting.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity. This is a position where you feel that it's got Messi written all over it. Julian Alvarez is there as well. He's looking like if Messi's not going to take this, which you'd find highly unlikely.
Messi takes it, floored away by Bozinha.
Bozinha does really well because he goes back across to make sure his wall's in the right spot. Messi sees it and sees it as an opportunity to try and sneak one back in to the goalkeeper's side, and Bozinha just adjusts really well.
It did look as though it was going in for a moment. Great stop from Bozinha. Need to be on his toes again here. More pressure from Argentina. And it is the hydration break in the second half. But here, just keep an eye on Bozinha here.
Yeah, he's calling his teammates to move across. Messi sees it. He looks to quickly try and take a quick shot on goal. Bozinha's really quick to react. Pretty good footwork for an old man.
1-1, 3/4 of the way through the game. the final 16 minutes plus additional time here. Both sets of players suitably refreshed after the hydration break here in the second half. And here come CABO VERDE. There'll be a free kick there. It was a bit too feisty from Alexis McAllister with his challenge on Jamiro Montero.
So a ball and all challenge from McAllister. Well, probably more the player than the ball.
Montero is one of the Dutch contingent, Rotterdam born. He grew up in the Netherlands, about half a dozen of them born in the Netherlands in the squad here for CABO VERDE. This is the first match that Montero hasn't started. He could be key for them. That'll be a goal kick.
Yeah.
Fair to say, didn't quite catch that.
No, he's trying to repeat of the game against Uruguay. Did a great strike on goal from similar distance up the other end here at this stadium. That one, unfortunately, doesn't quite catch.
Good kick there. We just saw a shot of Scaloni sitting in the dugout. He was very respectful of the performances of CABO VERDE and their abilities in the media conference ahead of the game yesterday, but even allowing for that, this has not gone quite according to plan so far from Argentina's point of view, with the round of 16 game coming up relatively quickly. We want to avoid extra time if possible. Strong arm there from Lisandro Martinez.
Well, he's very, very fortunate there, Lisandro Martinez. He does really well to regain the initiative because he looked like he was going to be in trouble.
And Mendes losing out. Kevin Pina as well. Pina will be penalised for his challenge on Enzo Fernandez. No major issue there, but it is a free kick for Argentina. Inside the last quarter of an hour here, as Nico Gonzalez ventures forward. Argentina applying more pressure. They did score inside the final quarter of an hour in each one of their group games here at this World Cup. They're having such a time, aren't they, those fans of CABO VERDE? We're going to have a double change coming for the African side now, with Willy Semedo coming on and Ryan Mendes going off, and we are about to see Helio Varela as well. Varela on Giovanni Cabral is going off. Varela, by the way, came on here against Uruguay and it took him 136 seconds to score. It was the equaliser in that game, the 2-2 result against Marcelo Bielsa's side.
Yeah, he was a super sub on that evening. Maybe, just maybe, we could repeat and go one better against this Argentinian side.
Luis Semedo, by the way, a left-sided player. Well, he can play either side, actually. Started the last game against Saudi Arabia. Well-travelled, is with Nicosia in Cyprus these days. Nearly 64,500 packed here inside the stadium. Alvarez into Messi, looks to try and tee it up. Zinhas missed it, oh, and it's just past the post. Pico Lopez will be mighty relieved he was able to turn that wide of the post rather than inside and into the back of his own net.
That was brilliant last-ditch defending from Pico Lopez,
wasn't it, Judge?
I think there was an element of, wow.
Quite a scrap between these two developing here. We're inside the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, some real pressure on the balls there. There's no letting up from either side. Of course, Argentina are pushing Cabo Verde are the ones that at the moment are just sort of hanging on a little bit, defending really well. So that Pico Lopez, last-ditch defending, almost gets put off by Vecino as well, but that is brilliant defending, because you can see there, in behind him, Enzo Fernandez was ready just to tap it into an open goal.
Well, for the players of Cabo Verde, this is the ultimate test tonight, and what a performance they're putting in here against Argentina. Gonzalez, Medina. Nearly 65,000 in here, and nearly all of them supporting Argentina, and it's rather quieter than we might have expected at this moment in time.
The longer this game's gone on, it's been a 1-1. There's been a little bit more nerves. Argentina haven't really pushed enough.
Good defensive work there from Pico Lopez, shielding it, allowing Vecino to gather.
Vecino was very, very quick off his line, alert to the danger. It's good communication between him and his centre half.
Header on by Livramento, hoping that maybe Montero might get on the end of it. It's with Lisandro Martinez, and now Romero. Attempts on goal so far. Goal from Argentina, we would expect that.
We would, yes. I mean, we actually probably expect a little bit more after the equaliser. Haven't quite lifted the tempo up as much or created enough chances.
Lovely little exchange there between Rodrigo de Paul and Lionel Messi, and Gonzalez sends it across. And it's behind. And this time it's behind of Pina, and it will be a corner.
Kevin Pina's been really, really good for Cabo Verde tonight. His position of play has been exceptional.
Rodrigo de Paul is coming off. Leandro Paredes of Boca Juniors is on to replace him. Third appearance of the World Cup for him this year. Gonzalez got up really well there. Third change made by Lionel Scaloni. Free kick for Cabo Verde. Two Argentinian players down on the pitch at the moment. Facundo Medina, a little bit of cramp kicking in as well. I don't think with Medina, but it's turning into quite a tough night here.
Certainly feeling it.
It is a bit of cramp. That's Medina on the far side. Enzo Fernandez as well, just trying to stretch out a little bit. Who knows, we might have some way to go in this match if somebody can't get it done for either side in the next few minutes. I think a little over 5 minutes plus added time left. And Argentina are going to be making another change. Nicolas Tagliafico is going to come on at left back in place of Facundo Medina. So Tagliafico, he's an experienced player, of course. 79th cap for him tonight, and Medina has run himself to a standstill here in the humidity of Miami. There, his legs just gave up on him.
Yeah,
that's why the free kick's been given to Cabo Verde.
Yeah,
he just fell on the ball.
That was Enzo Fernandez, wasn't he? He's pointing towards Medina, saying that he's injured.
Here come Cabo Verde, and the block is made by Paredes. Paredes into Enzo Fernandez. Here's McAllister. Argentina just looking for a special moment to get them over the line in this game, and Messi, with that burst of pace, looks to try and provide it. The header away by Dine, collected by McAllister. Okay. As you can see, he's not entirely in agreement with that, and it will be a corner.
Yeah,
it's been confirmed to the officials.
Yeah, it looked like from here that it was a corner. McAllister runs onto it, tries to get one away. Looks like it takes pretty hefty deflection over the crossbar. Burst of pace down the right-hand side from Messi. That's what creates that half a chance. Just haven't done enough of that in the second half.
Three more minutes plus added time. Messi looks to be the provider here. Vozinha under pressure. Gonzalez will chase and will get there first. Tagliafico, freshly off the bench, into Alvarez. Messi. Cabo Verdean hearts will be in Cabo Verdean mouths there as he tries to tee it up, and it's just swept away by Willy Semedo. Cabo Verde inching towards extra time here, but far from there yet.
Yeah, still some time to go. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if there were a couple of chances even between now and then.
Fernandez, plenty of time in possession. Paredes. Messi's just loitering away on the far side. He's been over there for 2 or 3 minutes now. It's Messi's delivery. Pinpoint, McAllister almost on the end of it. They're claiming a handball. They're all asking the referee to look at it as it goes out of play on the far side.
Oh, that's a brilliant ball from Messi into the box. So dangerous, so difficult to deal with. Defenders don't know, goalkeeper doesn't know. He comes out. There's a coming together. I mean, there is a hand, and I don't. I mean, it's so close. With a natural position, I'm not sure. I think it comes off his head firstly. I'll pick on Lopez. We'll have to wait and see.
Comes off, it bounces down off his upper arm, off his bicep, really.
Yeah, either off his bicep or off his head. I'm not really sure on that replay. But the VAR obviously have a job at their hands now to determine what the outcome of this will be.
On we go.
That was my first impression. It's header off McAllister, but either off a shoulder or his head from Pico Lopez onto his arm, so it was the right decision.
We are 30 seconds or so away from the end of the 90 minutes, and we will have at least 8 additional minutes. So we'll just get confirmation of that from the board shortly, but just get the feeling there's going to be a chance or two between now and the final whistle. Enzo Fernandez. Here's Julian Alvarez. Leandro Paredes. Tagliafico making a movement on the near side. And Sandro Martinez. Just going into a minimum addition of 8 minutes now as Messi sweeps it forward. Gonzalez with the header down. Semedo is there. That was Alvarez. Only 10 seconds.